Hello there everyone, welcome to the stream. Today I'm gonna try something a little bit different, even though I've been flying the helicopter probably for about 6 months, maybe a little bit more, but I haven't been very consistent. So I've been, I think I haven't flown it right now for like about 2 months. So we'll just have to see how I do. I got my little checklist here, which thankfully for this one, it's a much shorter checklist than when we fly the Zeebo or other aircraft. It's only one page, two-sided. So hopefully that'll go pretty good here. So actually the checklist here doesn't even start from the outside, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start it that way and remove all the tie downs and everything here. So this is the Bell 407. I don't know what the pitot heat here. Let me see. We'll go all around and make sure we remove everything, because I know I've had problems in the past when I couldn't start it. Hey E-Man, how you doing? But and usually it's because I forget one of these covers here. So today I'm gonna make sure I remove all of them. Yeah, this one's gonna be the first time I fly the helicopter here on the stream, and I have my camera views for the controls, so I can put them on and turn them off. So let me put on my headset just so I can get this cable out of the way here. So the cyclic right here, this is what controls the the stick, and then I got my collective over here on this side, which is basically how you make the helicopter climb and descend. And the throttle, which is right here, it pretty much stays on maximum the entire time. What are you up to today, other than watching YouTube streams? I still have to get used to the fact that there's a little bit of a delay between, when I see something that I'm doing here and between the time that you guys see it and hear it. So I gotta keep that in mind. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna go ahead and get started here on the checklist. See if I manage to be able to start it here. So the control frictions are on. So the throttle is, we put it to maximum closed and everything, so we just go look at it here. Let me remove this here. So we can put maximum, idle, and closed. Landing light switch is off, which it is. Let me just look at the overhead just to make sure. Oh, I'm sorry, the landing light is over here on this, so it is off. The altimeter is set. So right now the altimeter in John Wayne. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and explain first what we're gonna be doing today, my little flight. rooting so that I don't crash. Yeah, I shouldn't. I don't think I should. So right now, what I'm gonna do, let me switch over to the other screen here real quick. So we're over here in Santa Ana. This is actually me right there. It shows me as an airplane even though I'm a helicopter, but so we're gonna basically attempt this little flight right here, which we're gonna take off from Santa Ana, go over by the Newport Beach, fly along the coast all the way along Long Beach to Queen Mary, go around San Pedro and Rancho Palos Verdes here, and then we're gonna go by Torrance, and we're gonna fly the coast helicopter route by LAX at 100 feet. So we're gonna be skimming the water as we go underneath the airplanes that are departing LAX, and then I'll try to take this. Actually, you know what? Let me show you the helicopter one here because that's actually more representative. So we'll take this Culver helicopter route, then we'll switch over to the Coliseum, which we pass right by the Coliseum here, the stadium, and then we're going to go up the Harbor Freeway over to by Dodger Stadium and downtown LA, and then we'll go over the 5 freeway, which is the Golden State freeway route, and we'll cross all the way over the Little Hills, and then we're going to go to Burbank. So that's the plan. Let's hope that they allow us to do all that. They should let us, because right now we're not very busy here. I mean, there is a lot of traffic here in Ontario. There's 3 arrivals coming into Santa Ana right now, and there's a lot of traffic at LAX right here. But I don't think it's enough that they won't let us. So let's just hope for the best. All right, so let's see where. So altimeter, we gotta check the weather here. So the altimeter here in Santa Ana is 2990. The winds are 210 at 4 knots, which is not bad. 10 miles visibility, few clouds at 3300, and broken at 6000, and broken at 11,000. So that shouldn't really have an effect on us because we're going to be staying really, really low. So first things first, let's set the altimeter 2990. And the instruments, they all look good. The rotor brake, make sure we put that up. Oops, so that's down. You could actually see it right there. Now it's up. The circuit breakers, let's make sure they're all in. Let's see, the circuit breakers are actually way up here. We can't even see them, but everything looks good. All the overhead switches should be turned off. Alright, everything looks good. Alright, I'm not sure why the generator is on. Oh, it's off right there actually. Alright, so the battery, we can turn it on. And we wait for that little test, and then we can silence it. Oh, by the way, can you please let me know if the hey, what's up, Edward? And our gnome, I think that you come over from the Sim Aviator group of people, huh? Yeah, let's see how this goes, man. Like I said, I haven't flown the helicopter in quite a few months, until a week ago when I took it up again. So I'm a little rusty, but we'll see what it does. All right, so the caution warning lights, we checked. We can check all of those lights. Make sure everything lights up on the panel. The LCD test button. This is it right here. Make sure that all the little lights on the LCDs are good. Left and right fuel boosters. Let's turn those on. So, oops. Why did I go to that view? I wanted this one. So, okay, the fuel pumps are on. You can check the fuel pressure and quantity. So, okay, that's good on that. And let's check the other one. Alright, for this little flight we should be okay. The FADEC horn test. It's good. And make sure we put the FADEC mode on auto, which it is right there. And the fuel valve switch is on, and it is on right there. If let me know once I get the helicopter started, guys, if the volume is not loud enough or if it's too loud. Actually, I'm gonna start off right here at 24, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so make sure the rotor is clear. We have enough voltage, which we do. Right now we have 23.7 volts. The throttle, make sure that it's idle. So we can go ahead and do that right there. And we can go ahead and do the start. Let's see. And we should see the blade start rotating. Let's go to the outside and check that out. You're going to be arriving into Chicago from Boston. Oh, that's a pretty nice flight. What about an hour and a half or 2? Yeah, I need to fly the Zeebo more. I haven't flown it too much in a while. Alright, so Let's make sure that everything looks good on the instruments here. And it appears that it does. Everything's in the green. Okay, we can go ahead and turn on the alternator now, the generator. We should be at 63% NG, which it looks like we are, 63.9. So good. Alright, we can go ahead and turn off the control frictions now. So I think that's off. Yeah, that's off right there. Hydraulic switches, make sure we turn those on. Those are on the top here, and I think I have them linked to this. Turn on some lights. Alright, FADEC manual check, confirm that it's in idle. So right now we are in idle. Oops. And we're gonna put the FADEC to manual. It's good, so we go back to auto. Alright, turn on the instrument flight switches on. So let's see, caution lights, avionics, avionic here, instruments up here. Turn on some other lights here. I don't think we're gonna need anti-ice for this flight, so we'll just leave that off. And we'll do a cyclic test. So, okay, the light is turning on and off like it should. So the only error we have right now is the RPM gauge right there, because we're still in idle. So that's okay. Alright, so all the flight instrument switches are on, the avionics is on. The particle separator, I don't think it's modeled here. The throttle, we can go ahead and increase to fly. Hydraulic system check, we already did that, and cage the attitude indicator here. Alright, so let's check who's online here. I am already connected to Vatsim at the moment. I'll just put that right there. So it looks like we're going to be talking to SoCal approach here. So we'll go to 124.5. When I talk to ATC, please let me know if you guys don't hear me or that you don't hear them responding. You have a nose wind. Oh, that's not good. You did a flight to Zurich, Edward? From where? WebFMC, I don't use that one. I don't use WebFMC. I use X-Plane CDU, which only works with the Zibo and with the SSG 747-8. So I wouldn't be able to help you with that. The helicopter's a little bit low. Okay, let me see if I can increase it over here. Of course, there's going to be a little bit of a delay. How's that for the helicopter noise now? 124.5. Oh, I suppose I should have did the... Okay, so I gotta remember. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and tune him out for now until we get ready to go, because then I won't be able to talk. Alright, so we're gonna go on the coast route, and then the South Bay. I hate it when it does that. South Bay route, and then we're gonna do the shoreline. And then Culver. I don't think the controller is gonna even care about this, but we'll put it on there. Coliseum. I forgot how to spell Coliseum. Let's hope it's like that. And then the harbor. And then the Golden State. Jeez. Let's see. That doesn't even fit in there, but let's see what happens. Alright, so I'm just doing the flight plan right now. So I'm gonna put that it's gonna take about 45 minutes. There's a little problem with Xpilot here. Every single time you do something, it always ends up thinking that you're looking for a flight plan. Oops. I'm gonna put it at 1,000 feet, even though in a lot of sections we're probably gonna be at 500. So that'll work. So we're gonna be departing at 0225 or something like that. Zulu. So flight plan is filed. Oops, I think I did something very wrong. No, I didn't. I'm good. I did log in as a helicopter, so we're good. Alright. Let me finish turning on this here. The GPS system here. Alright, so how does the ATC sound in relationship to my voice? Oh, you're on iOS, yeah, so you definitely have to use WebFMC. You know, you should ask, I don't know if you belong to the VATSTAR forums, but you should probably go into the VATSTAR forum, or maybe ask on the Sim Aviator forum, Discord I mean, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that use it. And I've thought about using it, about getting it, but I haven't. So like I said, right now I can't do you any good favors of advice or anything on that. Okay, you could hear the other guy, good. Alright, well let me tune back in. Okay. Let's see. Guy's busy. Okay. It's a little. I hope he has time to take care of me. Let's see. No wonder I couldn't hear him. SoCal approach, helicopter 531 Victor X-ray. Good afternoon, sir. I'm here at Santa Ana John Wayne Airport. Helicopter Bell 407 Stand Golf would like VFR departure to the west from present position, and I have the weather here, Santa Ana. I'm gonna be going eventually to Burbank. I'm gonna follow along all the way along the coast, and just you can give me flight following. That'll work. Affirmative. Okay, 4761, and we are ready to go now. 1 Victor X-ray.
531 Victor X-ray, the wind 200 at 4, departure from the ramp at your own risk, and westbound departure approved.
Okay, departure from present position approved at my own risk. 531 Victor X-ray. All right.
Number 80455, wind 26017, wind 25, left, clear left.
4761. I gotta just make sure that I put this on altitude.
Number 544 Charlie Alpha, runway 24 right, clear to land with 1, correction 26017.
Okay, we're good to go. Let's do this. Let's see.
Number 544 Charlie Alpha,
Landing lights on. Everything's good.
26017. November 77 Lima Alpha, you're leaving Bravo airspace northbound, resume on navigation at appropriate VFR altitudes outside Bravo airspace.
Alright.
Right out navigation and outside the Bravo, November 77 Lima Alpha. November 77 Lima Alpha, Burbank altimeter 2986.
Traffic.
867 Lima Alpha.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the 57 freeway first.
Climb 88,000 to altitude.
Alright, so we'll follow this freeway first. Actually, oops, hold on. I'm heading the wrong way. Huh? It was the other one. I'm already getting lost and I just left. Yeah, it's the 57 freeway. This is that nature reserve area that's right by the airport here in Santa Ana. And I try to put my number of world objects to maximum just so that we can have as much, you know, scenery and buildings and everything as possible. Let's see if we can do. Try to get to 120 knots so it doesn't take too long. Hold on.
531 Victor X-ray, radar contact, altitude.
521 Victor X-ray, 800 feet.
531 Victor X-ray, thank you. Resume on navigation at appropriate VFR altitudes, the Joe altimeter 2990.
Okay, resume on navigation and we'll maintain below 1000. 521 Victor X-ray.
531 Victor X-ray, roger.
Let's see. Alright, here we go. The X-Enviro, no. I use SkyMax Pro for the weather. Alright, let's see. Let me throttle up a little bit and trim. This helicopter has a problem where if you press a button that you don't have assigned to anything, like if you have it for do nothing, it'll actually jack up your trim. So I can be perfectly trimmed out, and if I press a button, it'll just go crazy. The helicopter will pitch up really hard. So you have to grab onto the cyclic real quick and take control right away. Alright, I think the funnest part of all this, the clouds are the ones that are drawn by SkyMax Pro. So the way this works is you have an external app, which right, I'll just show it to you right now. Let me just make this turn along the coast. So we'll head over towards Huntington Beach now. I suppose I can turn off my landing lights.
Southwest calling for clearance is not logged in with the Southwest call sign. Verify your call sign, please. Make sure you have the right call sign.
Okay, so this weather app right here that I'm about to show you right now. Let me see.
2297, climb, maintain 13,000.
So this weather app called the Real Weather Connector, it actually communicates with SkyMax Pro, and every 5 minutes, because I have it set up to do every 5 minutes, it'll get an updated weather, and then it'll tell the simulator or SkyMax Pro, you know, what the weather is, and it'll do the winds and the clouds and all that good stuff. And
770 miles on traffic, 12 o'clock, and 6 miles eastbound is a Cessna citation at a 4,200 approach runway 8 at Burbank.
oops, we're not supposed to fly over the beach.
Traffic inside 70 miles.
We're supposed to fly outside of the beach, a little bit outside in the water. So yeah, so it's supposed to prevent.
1453 wind 2905.
No, it's not freeware. I think between the Real World Weather Connector and SkyMax Pro, I think it was like $90 or somewhere around there. It's a pretty expensive one, but it makes some very nice. I like the clouds that it makes, and they just released version 5, which is now compatible with Vulkan, and it's supposed to be more efficient. Oops. Let's see. There's the Huntington Beach Pier right there. This is actually where we came to watch an air show a couple years ago, right along the pier here. We were right in front of that hotel that's right there on my right hand side right there. We were pretty much sat right in front of there. These guys, they've been on all day, these air traffic controllers. They've been on for a long time. I was hoping they wouldn't log off, and I still hope they don't before we finish this. Let me go to the outside view real quick for just a little bit here. I'm not using any autopilot or anything, so I'm just hoping that I have it trimmed out properly. I have this so I can. Okay, yeah, I was going down a little bit. See, that's why you. So the interesting part is going to be when we go right by LAX, because we're going to be passing at 100 feet or 50 feet depending on what they tell us. So we're going to be really close to the water, and hopefully there'll be an airplane or two taking off from LAX at that time, and we'll see them pass right over us, right in front of us as they take off. Oops, I'm going over 1,000 feet again. I mean, I don't have to stay below 1,000, but I just want to. 2989 or 1 Victor X-ray. Alright, 2989. So we're coming up here on what, Seal Beach, Newport Beach. There's Los Alamitos, the National Armory or something is right there. In that little area that's all blank. The collective, I made it. I made the collective. It's just an old Xbox Aviator joystick, but it's a USB, so it's for the PC. And I basically just added a part. This part right here is from another joystick, which is actually part of this over here. You could barely see it on the other camera right here. And so basically, so I'm running some wires for the potentiometer that used to belong to this joystick over here, and that's what I'm using for the throttle right here. Like you could probably see it right there. So I put a slide-in potentiometer for that. Oops. I'm going not looking, and I just went 500 feet up. Let me go back down to 1,000 here. Yeah, so that's what I did. You know, so I just basically adapted a little piece of PVC pipe, and I'm using the part that used to be the throttle for this joystick. I'm using that for the collective, and I'm using this part, which used to be the throttle for the other joystick for the throttle. It's just a Mickey Mouse, you know, that I made. It seems to work pretty good. When I get to the Queen Mary, I'll probably do a little circle around the Queen Mary. This is Huntington, I'm sorry, the Seal Beach Marina, or the Newport Beach Marina. So there's a ton of little tiny boats right there. You know, the part I really have a hard time with still is when I'm coming down to land, and you have to basically be descending and slowing down. And then oh, thank you, Daniel. I haven't done any more build videos kind of in a long time because I ran out of ideas, but I always tell you guys that if you have any ideas, let me know. And alright.
Yep, 1176, if you're going to remain in the alley, push to your discretion.
So I'm gonna see if I can go a little bit faster because I'm not doing 120. Okay. But I don't want to climb either. Alright, so we're coming up here on the port of Long Beach, and what's the Queen Mary? I think the Queen Mary is, yeah, it's right there. Oh shoot, they...
77 Lima Alpha, do you want to continue your flight following the LA Center?
I thought it was supposed to be right there.
Yeah, I'd like to continue flight following 7 Lima Alpha.
They stole the Queen Mary. That's interesting. Well, anyways, here's downtown Long Beach.
6110 after clipping, flighting 070, descend to maintain 3600.
There's the Aquarium of the Pacific right there. That one, that blue looking building there, round one. Orbx does a really good job of making these nice. What the heck happened to the Queen Mary? Huh. That's interesting. Well, I won't be doing a circle around it then because it's not there. Oops, I'm going up again, huh? It's getting a little bit foggy out here in this area.
American 6110, SoCal approach. American 6110 after clipping, flighting 070, descend to maintain 3600. 070 after decommitting yourself. 3600. 3600 after
And this helicopter actually has stability augmentation, which is right here, which is supposed to make it easier to fly, especially hover. But I try not to use it just so that I can practice more, you know, difficulty and get better at this.
Now the C93, push to your discretion unless you need to go on to Echo. It looks like you're sitting in the on the pad there and you're well far away from the taxiway, so push to your discretion. Question that. One Michael, clear 25 Bucket Alpha, we'll go with 2 signature. One Michael, signature be out, okay.
Is there anything that you guys want to see along the route? Once again, if you guys weren't here earlier, let me show you guys the route. Oops, let me see. First, let me make sure that I don't crash. So right now we just basically passed where the Queen Mary should have been, and we're kind of going right about here. We're actually right about the channel right here. That's where we are. And then we're just gonna go all the way around the peninsula here, San Pedro and Rancho Palos Verdes and all that, and then go up along the coast towards LAX right there. Wow. That's the only problem with... That's the only problem with not using autopilot, that you just take your eyes away for a little while and you're doing something different. Let's see if some of the cliffs over here in San Pedro look nice. I mean, they look amazing in real life, so hopefully they'll do something similar here. Oh yeah, there's some of the cliffs right there that look pretty nice in real life. That little corner. I'll get away from the coast a little so we can see it out the side here. Shoot, right there. Some of these are actually pretty tall. Maybe once we get to by downtown LA, we'll just basically do some circles around the buildings over there. If somebody sent a text message, it says, imagine flying a helicopter. That's the Southwest Airlines. I don't imagine it because I'm doing it right now. Let's see. There's a golf course right there. I have one of my coworkers actually. He says he plays golf in one of the golf courses down here. And he says the one below, which is the Trump golf course, is very expensive, but the one above it is not. And he says they have very nice views of the ocean and everything from the one he plays at. No, lately they've been having a lot of ships holding, you know, because of the pandemic. So I think that when it slowed down, a little bit, you know, because of when the pandemic started and all that, they obviously didn't have a lot of traffic. But now I guess they're trying to make up, you know, for the volume and everything of deliveries. I wish I could just silence this guy, but I can't because I have to be listening to him. But yeah, so they've been having a lot of ships holding, not only container ships but also oil ships, you know, which is related to something that I work in, and they just have them holding out there. Oops. Oh, there's a little lighthouse. Hold on. There's a little lighthouse right there. Oh, you can't see it because my camera was blocking it. Alright, so we're just rounding the corner here in San Pedro. gonna go inland a little bit here just to make it more interesting. Oh look, there's a Qantas airline up there. I think it's arriving, so it's on the downwind leg.
Southwest 2572, 3 miles from Cyclic. Maintain heading 130 until established localizer. Maintain 3,700 and clear to islands to the runway and approach. Alright, Southwest heading 130 islands to the runway and approach. 30, Southwest 893, right?
Let me see where we're at now on our little tour. So we're just making the turn right here. So we're gonna be now on the South Bay. We're still on the South Bay, and then we're gonna enter the shoreline route right there by LA Airport. So if he doesn't let me know before we get there, I'll give him a call and tell him that we're starting to get into the shoreline. You know, I was thinking of doing a stream with Microsoft Flight Simulator using the Mooney Ovation. They were coming upon LAX pretty soon. Oh, you're welcome, Daniel. My specs of my PC? That's funny that you... Hold on. I have a Core i7. They don't let me talk. Hold on. Let me ask for this transition, and then I will let you know my specs. So this right here, the Redondo Beach Marina, or yeah, the Redondo Beach Marina, this is one of the places where I work out of. So sometimes I have to come right here to take a little boat that takes us over to where we work. All right. I'm gonna start descending. SoCal approach helicopter 531 Victor X-ray is coming up on the shoreline helicopter route. Oh, you didn't hear me? If he doesn't get back to me, I can't go through there, so I have to do some circles out here. Okay, clear to the shoreline route transition. Do you any particular altitude you need me below? Okay, at or below 500, 1 Victor X-ray. Alright, so he doesn't really care. Sometimes they tell you 100 or even less than that, so. Man, I wish somebody was taking off right now. What's the name of the other parts of the route here? I need to... Oh, shoot. Culver. 1176, wind 26017, runway 25 right, takeoff or nav Docker. Docker, takeoff, runway 25 right, just Delta 469, runway 24 left, taxi via Echo. 24 left via Echo, 469. American 6110, exit right, when able, hold short 25 right, into delay for departing traffic. There's a refinery right there.
1176 East Caution for a helicopter transitioning to shoreline route at airfield 500 of the departure.
Oh, somebody's taking off. Good. I was hoping for that.
Southwest 1441 cleared visual pressure way 24 right.
Let's see. Hopefully we'll get to see this guy taking off right here.
Southwest 386 right taxi.
I'll try to slow down a little bit.
155 runway 25 right left wait. Left wait runway 25 right double 155.
Okay, I'm at 400.
Southwest 386 right taxi.
Anybody see somebody? No. Damn it. There it goes. This is American 610. No, he just landed. Oh, damn it. Oops, there's 500 feet. Gotta stay below that. And SoCal Helicopter 531 Victor X-ray. Not sure if you saw it in my flight plan, but after this I want to take the Culver helicopter route to the Coliseum to the Harbor Freeway. He's on the phone again. Oops.
521 Victor X-ray, roger. That's approved as requested, and as long as you maintain clear the Bravo airspace, there'll be no problem.
Okay, I'll maintain clear of the Bravo. 531 Victor X-ray.
JetBlue 1176, SoCal departure, radar contact, altitude.
So right here where the marina starts, this is where the Class Bravo to the surface stops.
JetBlue 1176, clear direct TV, climb maintain 17000.
So I can actually start turning this way. Right.
6110, cross 25 right, going Bravo to the ramp, traffic in position is across runway.
Cross 25 left at Juliet and Bravo to the ramp, 6110, good night.
Cross 25 right.
25 right at Juliet.
531 Victor X-ray, leaving Bravo airspace, northbound now, resume on navigation at appropriate VFR altitude outside Bravo airspace.
Okay, resume on navigation, appropriate VFR outside of Bravo, 531 Victor X-ray. Alright. So let me see the 1000. Okay. Okay. I can actually follow this right here. Let's see, I can always look at my GPS too. Let me see. Okay, so there's the Bravo. This is the Bravo right here. So as long as I stay outside, I'm good. Alright, here we go. That's all the traffic down there that I can't really see from here. Alright, so this is the San Diego freeway right here, the 405.
587, turn right, turn heading to 10, join the 24 ambulance line to advise you in the field site.
Oops. So this street that I'm on right here should almost take me to the Coliseum. Oops.
155, climb the summer departure.
So in this area of the Bravo, I need to stay below 2,500. So according to my estimates, I'm somewhere in this area by the Fox Hills Mall right now. So I gotta stay below 2,500 in this area here. Which I'm doing okay right now. I'm at what, 1,003. Okay. Let's just make sure that we're staying outside of the Bravo real quick here.
Yep, 1176, connect LA Center 12518 today.
Oh yeah, we're good. There's the 2500 shelf right there. Alright, coming up on downtown LA here. See, this will be interesting. Last time you visited California, let's see, I was back in June 2019 in Santa Ana. Yes, it is terrible, the traffic. Pretty much the entire Southern California area is terrible. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you my specs, huh? So the specs I have is a core. Hold on. I shouldn't need to hear him for a little while. The Core i7 8700K, and I have it overclocked to 5 gigahertz, and I have NVIDIA GTX 1080 Ti with 11 gigs of video RAM, of course, and then I have the 32 gigs of RAM. I think it's like 3400 megahertz, and then 3 or 4 SSD hard drives, like a couple of 2 terabyte ones and 2 1 terabyte ones. So I have like 6 terabytes total of storage. No, actually 5 terabytes of SSD and NVMe, and then 2 terabytes of a spinning hard drive is what I have. So because I have a lot of ortho, I have you know, Orbx, True Earth. Oh look, I forgot to take off that screen, huh? That's not a good view for you guys. So I forgot to mention that, you know, I have a lot of Forkboy ortho, and I have a lot of what's it called, True Earth. I have True Earth Southern California, Northern California, Oregon, and Washington, and Florida. So pretty much all the True Earth that exists, you know, for the US. Alright, so here's the Coliseum right here coming up. This is where we had the 1984 Summer Olympics, and I think that they're planning to have them again in the near future. I think I heard something about that. Okay, let me trim a little bit more. There we go. So that one right there is the Staples Center, I think. No, that's the Coliseum, and I thought that was the Staples Center, but no, the Staples Center I think is a little bit farther north over there, which we're gonna pass by right now because we have to follow the 110 freeway, which is this one right here. So right now we're transitioning to the Harbor route, the Harbor Freeway helicopter route. Oops. I better put the ATC back on before I forget. If I live near John Wayne Airport, 8 terabyte. Yeah, you know, actually I just bought a 6 terabyte external hard drive, but I paid a lot more than 80 bucks. I paid, I think, 150 or something. But I got it about 2 months ago maybe, because I needed to, I have so much crap, you know, videos, pictures and everything. I needed a little bit bigger one. So let's see if we can hover around here a little while. Let's see. I'm gonna slow it down a lot and see if we can make it interesting. Oops. Let's see.
Pedro 1237, runway 24 left, line of flight. Line up and flight, 24 left, Metro 1237.
Unfortunately,
469, contact LA Center 125, good day.
all these buildings right here, they're not solid. So if you try to land on the helipads on top of them, you just fall right through them, which is kind of terrible. 16 terabytes? I didn't even know they were making 16 terabytes yet. So here we go, we're slowing down pretty good here. trying to slow down all the way to 0, but
Southwest 587, runway 24, correction cross 24 left at Alpha Alpha, doing echo to the ramp. Traffic in position as you cross runway. Cross 24 left Alpha Alpha.
here's the Bank of America building and the US Bank on the
2641, runway 25 left, cleared to land, wind 26017, traffic across the parallel right ramp.
Alright, let's see. See if we can do this without crashing into anything here. Hey, the damn fog just cleared up. Oh, damn it. I'm going really slow now.
Southwest 4386, so got departure radar contact, altitude. That's 6,000 feet. Southwest 4386, climb maintain 8,000. 8,000, 4386.
I can't take my eyes too much off of the instruments because then I'll start.
Southwest 893, turn left direct flipper, climb any market departure, set maintain for 5,000.
Let's see if we can go to the outside view for a little while here without.
971, so got departure radar contact, climb to departure.
Okay, let's see what we're doing here. Can't see anything. Let me turn around this way.
Caleb 604, runway 25 right left, please.
That would be very bad if I would crash into a building behind me.
Roger, no problem, we can get there, left, please.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? There's that building right there by by City Hall. You actually fall into it, but you do land a little bit below. So I'm gonna show you guys what happens with the buildings here in Southern California, Orbx. So, oops. Let's see. I need to look at. Oops, I need to look at this view. Let's see if we can do it. I'm gonna actually come back around this way. I forgot it was a good idea to remember what the altitude of that building was, but it's been so long that I don't remember. Let's see. Okay. Alright, there it is. So let's see if I can land on it. Shoot, I'm speeding up again. I don't want to be speeding up. It's because there's a very fine line. You have to be, you cannot go too slow and be descending at greater than 300 feet a minute, or you end up in your prop wash and then you end up crashing. So this is the hardest part about landing on a building. So let me see. So right now I'm descending really fast and I'm going 20 knots, so I'm in danger of crashing right now. Okay. Whoop. Easy, easy. Oh god, oh come on.
Metro 1237, radar contact, altitude.
Let me see if I can go backwards.
Metro 1237, Roger, 5 minutes over departure. To departure, Metro 1237.
I can't see it now. See, that's why it's so difficult to do this if you don't let me see.
Metro 1237, train turning northbound now, state 10. Intend to get back on track, Metro 1237, apologies. Metro 1237, on a prompt, turn left direct, let's see, left direct any, and climb in departure.
Where's my damn building? Oh, there it is. Okay, so. Alright, let's see if we can do it this time. Oops. Oops.
right, clear for takeoff or down Docker.
God, it's so difficult to do this. Okay, so you might see me fall through, but hopefully I'll land on the solid surface below. Oops, hold on. God.
1237, contact the LA Center on 125.8 today. 125.8, Metro 12 days.
Okay, so there's the actual helipad right here. Oops. Alright, so oh dude, am I hanging by a thread somehow? Let me see. I'm not on the helipad directly, but let's see. Oh, you see, I'm technically right on the edge of the building right there. If you could see that right there. So it looks like I'm kind of hanging off the edge, but you see, it's not solid. I'm actually below the actual building. So it even has a windsock in it right there, you see. But now when I get off of it, you'll see that I actually come off the second building that is drawn on top of this one. So it's that one right there.
604 heavy, radar contact field.
But this is the only building that I know you can do that at here in Southern California. Alright, so now I have to go to the 5 freeway. So this should be the 101 right here.
9641 cross 25 right to the front of the ramp today.
The Quincy building.
604 heavy, radar
Oh,
contact climb and maintain 80,000. Turn
never
left
heard of the Quincy building. Okay, so this is where the 101 joins the little interchange that goes down to the 5, I think. And then the rest of the 5 is this one over here. So I'm gonna follow that one towards Burbank. Oh man, that made me nervous trying to land on that building. Uh-oh. Alright. So once I get to, near the airport, I'll just give him a call and let him know that I'm getting ready to land. So there we go. Let's see if I can trim it out so that I don't have to touch it right there. But that's flying pretty good without touching it. Oh, is there an airliner landing?
604 turn left direct Clipper flying New York departure accepting.
Yeah, there's an airliner landing at Burbank or taking off. And here's a big rail yard. I used to work a lot at this rail yard, but then they converted it into a Metrolink rail yard. The one right here on the right hand side. So now it's not a freight rail yard, now it's a passenger one. Oh, we didn't go by Dodger Stadium, it's right there. Dodger Stadium. For the most part, I think we stayed out of trouble going through the airspace and everything. Let me see, where the heck? Let me zoom out a little bit here. Okay, so there's Burbank right straight ahead. Okay, 125.8, 531 Victor X-ray, thank you. So we'll switch over to LA Center now. Okay.
Just 1176, probably not, but I'll have that for you officially with your crossing restrictions card. Roger.
Okay, so now we're on our final approach here. Well, our final leg, I guess I should say.
Delta 841, radar contact 3600 indicated, climb and maintain a level 370 unrestricted.
370 unrestricted, Delta 841, thank you.
LA Center helicopter 531 Victor X-ray on the Golden State helicopter route towards Burbank for full stop landing at the ramp.
November 531 Victor X-ray LA Center to Louis Burbank altimeter 296.150 landing at the, if I remember correctly, signature. It will be at your own risk and advise landing assured.
Okay, I copy the altimeter, and landing at the signature ramp will be at my own risk. 531 Victor X-ray. Alright, so we got permission to land.
Southwest 3972.
So what I'm gonna try to do, let me show you guys here on the chart. Oops. So right now we're basically coming up the last little stretch right here, about to cross this freeway. So my intentions are to land right about here. This is where the signature ramp is, so I'll try to land right there. See how that goes. No way, Microsoft. What? Microsoft, the explain is... Oh. No way, Microsoft. I agree with you. I agree with you, Julio. That's why I still fly X-Plane all the time, because every time I fly the new flight simulator, I get pissed off about something, and Alright, so remember the altitude here in Burbank is about... Okay. God, so much traffic, ATC. If I misuse the radio, do you get banned? Yeah, if you do it a lot, like on purpose, like messing around, they could ban you. The first time they'll just disconnect you, then they'll take action. You know, if you keep doing it, they will take action against you, because they try to make it as realistic as possible, so they don't want anybody just messing around, you know, just for fun. So, but yeah, that's why. Alright, so I'm gonna start slowing down and descending here. So gotta go down on the collective. This is Southwest Airlines. We're gonna buzz the tower on the way in here. Let's see how we do with a hover and touchdown here. Oops. So we'll land by the little round building, hopefully, right there on the corner. Okay, we're down.
972 Whiskey, Sierra, and LA, the LA 729 after speed, cleared out, your lane 2 for Red Bridge.
There we go.
City cleared ILS 24 Red Bridge, we have Whiskey now, Southwest 3972.
Station 1068, radar contact 5 down for 600.
So,
Quantity speed of probable tree, radar 0.
Up to 390 for Pedro 1068.
let me just tell this guy that I landed.
5 runway 19 left, line and wait.
Wait on 19 left.
Damn.
And LA Center, United 597, looking to taxi to runway 26 right.
United 597, LA Center, hello, Las Vegas, altimeter 2971, 12105, runway 26 right, taxi, Charlie 3 and Bravo.
Charlie 3 and Bravo, and copy altimeter 2971 for United 597.
LA Center, helicopter 531, Victor X-ray is on the ground at Burbank. Thank you for the ATC.
November 1, Victor X-ray, my pleasure, we'll see you later. That was 43,
Okay.
stay open, bird with
Alright, let me disconnect from X-Pilot here. Yeah, so Mayday calls, you know, technically they can accommodate emergencies if they're not very busy, but they prefer that, you know, like if they have, like right now this guy is, you know, he's dealing with a lot of traffic and everything, and if you call in and you say you have an emergency and they cannot accommodate you because they're just so busy, they'll actually tell you, you know, you need to disconnect because we don't have time for that right now. You reported landing 1 hour ago. Yeah, I know, huh? That's probably what I almost needed to do sometimes when you just can't get a word in. It's really, really difficult, but yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this little video here. Let me shut off this alarm here. So that was a pretty nice little flight, a little bit of a scenic view, including those buildings in downtown LA, which I almost fell off the side. Hey, did you guys hear actually that a couple of I'm not sure if it was recent, but I just saw a video recently, and I think it was in LA, that a helicopter actually crashed when he was landing on a building. I think he hit the side or something, and it actually got destroyed or something, or it flipped over on the side and everything, but I think nobody died at that, but it landed on top of a building, and it happened recently, so it was kind of crazy. Yeah, I made it, E-man. Everything went, so I think someone went pretty good. I didn't get violations of airspace, and I think overall everything went fine. So if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and ask. I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys the camera view here a little bit bigger so that you can see this thing that I made here. So basically, let me see. So that's what it is that joystick right there. And like I said, you know, I brought these wires right here. They're actually going down at the bottom down there somewhere that you can't really see them. Actually, is this white cable right here is the one that goes to the throttle, which is right here. So I just adapted, you know, you know what is gonna make the helicopter go crazy? Let me pause it so that it doesn't do that. Alright, so this right here, I just adapted to what used to be the throttle on this joystick. I adapted a little clip right here, a PVC clip. It was a T, and then I added another little piece of PVC pipe, and I ran the wires, and the wires that used to be, you know, for all these buttons up here on the top, including the hat switch. Hope you can barely see it. So I ran them up, I extended them, and like I said, the throttle here, this sliding potentiometer, is just a potentiometer that used to belong to this other thing over here. Watch, let me switch to the other camera. Actually, I can just make that one a little bit bigger as well. So that used to belong to, let's see, to the top of this joystick right here. So this is just the very top of the joystick, and I have the whole little motherboard, you can say, where all the electronics are. They're hidden somewhere behind the Bravo right here. But that's how I did it, you know. And then of course I have the Gladiator joystick right here that I'm using for the cyclic. That one I just won off of a one of the not the Discovery, it was the anniversary flights at Vatstar. This is one of the prizes. There was like 3 or 5 of these given away, and I got lucky and got one of them. So that's what I used to fly the helicopter. Now I used to fly with a what was it? It was a Logitech 3D, Extreme 3D, and it was pretty good. What are you talking about? If it was all functional, the whole setup here? Yeah, pretty much for the most part, all the buttons and everything work. The throttle works. The only thing that doesn't work, like if we look at the throttle here on the simulator. So right now you see how I'm at idle. In order to kill the engine, you know, I'm supposed to be able to just move this, and you see how, oh shoot, it's paused. Hold on. Okay, so right there, if I move the throttle right here, you see how it moves? Right there in the middle. Oh, hold on. Are you able to see that part? No, you're not, because I have this camera right there. So if you look right in this area right here, you see the throttle, it moves like this when I slide it up and down. But when I go all the way to the bottom, I'm supposed to push this button here in order to make it go to off. But what I did is I programmed the button on the joystick on this one here. I have a button back here that when I press it, it goes to the off position. And then when I move it back on, it'll just come back to idle again, and then I can accelerate or not. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Unless anybody has any other questions, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a day and log off, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. Like I said, something a little bit different. I usually have never ever done a helicopter flight yet, but I figured, what the hell, let's do it. Yeah, you know, a lot of times, like flying helicopters through LA, I was very scared of doing that because it's such a busy airspace and everything, and you have to, obviously you have to follow, you know, all the, if you go to the helicopter route pages, you know, all these blue lines right here are helicopter routes, you know, and most of them follow freeways. So you got the 110 freeway here, the 710, the 605, and then you got the 91, the 5. So everything follows freeways for the most part. You know, so as long as you stay over a freeway, you're pretty safe. But then if you look on the side over here, it'll actually tell you information about all the routes, you know, so that you can go across them. Sometimes it'll tell you altitudes below 1,000, below 1,500, and other information. So it's pretty cool. I really recommend, if anybody has ever thought about wanting to fly helicopters, I really recommend that you guys look into it because it is pretty cool. So thank you, man. Achoo? Is that like a sneeze? It's like achoo. I think that's what it is. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me on this little flight. And if you guys have any other ideas, any other places you would like me to fly, I do have, like I said, Orbx for Seattle, you know, Washington, Oregon, Northern California, and Florida. So those are all nice places that, you know, will have very good scenery as well, not just here in LA. And yeah, so just even if you don't tell me right now, just leave it in the comments below if you see this video later. All right, well, thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.